you're not.
Living like a rough rider. Yeah. He ain't that high school survivor.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
What you know? Oh, hey. That's how it goes.
Minshew, 1st and 10.
Dang, who's that?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Going deep for Eifert. He's got a man complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The 20. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Steven Sims Jr., 48 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line.
Wayne Gallman.
Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Come on out here, come get some. Come get some. Come out here, come get some. Here,
from the gun, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
He can't shoot at her. Oh, shit.
59, 59. Come on, baby, I'm coming, baby.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Telvin Smith able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
You was cooking the football yesterday, EJ?
So that'll back him up 5.
Play, bro.
He didn't play, bro. It's all in the protector his career.
The niggas talking about that glove shit, man.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
What are you talking about, bro? You good? Yeah, you good?
No, you know how everything I asked him to play football, so you see him talking about glove.
He said glove, actually.
Jackson from the shotgun.
Yeah, I don't know who you talking to.
And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
I mean, fight breaking ankles, though, bro.
Bro, he played Flight Mike, bro. He played Flight Mike. That nigga don't even play basketball.
Nah, the nigga still some shit, though. He ain't using none of the moves they told him, bro.
Nah, he did. That's not that behind the back was the move he taught him. And I see he keep doing that the little pump fake and up and under jump. He do that. Sometimes it's hard to do that though, bro. If you're so used to playing how you've been playing for years. That's why it was so hard for me to do that when they try to change my shot. I could not do that. My thing is, sometimes coaches switch up. Sometimes coaches try to switch up your game, bro.
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A big run by the big man Fournette, 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Eluding the pressure right, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Gardner Minshew with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Was they beefing while were they in school, bro?
It happened after school. Back in the Fortnite days.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They were like a month before you got the P4. That shit happened like a month before.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
When you got the ball, I think he was coming back. So I was like, man, I see he came back.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Gallman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Nah, I'm asking, nigga. I don't know.
I think you was telling me, my bad. But yeah,
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
I ain't never took him to
And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And they'll be set up with great field position, as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line.
Watch twins.
Fournette, a first down carry. A gain of 3, second down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Hey.
So they broke in Gianni still.
Watch out.
They broke the side door. They ain't break now.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They broke him sub.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot.
Probably like 4 or 5.
Right, see the field and make a run as we just saw there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Go ahead, yeah. I'm in the second quarter, bro. I got ways to go.
This is Fournette. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he picks
now
up
you're
the
throwing
first
late
down
as a
yardage as
mug,
he
boy.
takes it down to the 16.
Nah, bro, no, that's too late, bro. Like, you gotta, like, realize back out and come back in.
2 minutes to play
That's
here in
too
this
late.
first half of the NFL playoffs.
I'm like realized by the end zone right now.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl.
Wrong person. Jesus, wrong. Oh, white person. White person. Jesus, white person.
Jacksonville. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense.
Though,
they're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know
That's
me.
how
You've been around me for a while now,
yesterday,
right?
bro. It was cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching
Then
patience.
again, bro, I feel like I realized I
first
ripped
half, you
something,
still
bro.
got a chance.
I don't care anyway.
I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So
Yeah, but I couldn't move, boy. That was like after I realized, like once I tried to run, bro, and I really like it started hurting, bro. I wasn't even running on offense no more.
Like, bro.
Everybody, bro, you can think of.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except
Y'all
for
had tackle?
nah.
Bro, I was on the other side of the field. When I saw that shit, I ran all the way down the field to James and sliced that shit. That shit was hilarious.
You ain't make me, nigga. I barely could move, nigga. How would I fall? I mean, he did get me with the move though, bro, but. And he had on cleats, bro. I didn't know he had on cleats, bro.
Big time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
200 touch.
Oh, it's 5 second grade.
3 seconds. We was gonna do 3 second grad.
3 seconds.
This nigga got Lamar and not running with Lamar. I'ma ask him what he want for Lamar, bro. I ain't having no nigga out here. Oh, I wish you would.
He's
And he
going
did it.
deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
I'm not gonna realize like this is
Picked off at the 33. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
It's a different league. That's the league I got Joe Burrow.
He couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you
Dang, Mitchell, what's up?
He hasn't been able
Yeah,
to
fix your mustache, nigga. That's what it is.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way,
Bryce Love.
when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Minshew. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Man, I don't want to block him, man. Make sure, bro. I understand, bro. It's the mustache, bro. It's really the
Now the
mustache.
Jags will use the second of their timeouts.
So, like, they
As they'll
can
stop
be
it with 27 seconds
now.
remaining here in the second quarter. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Oh, and I know I'm going to be one when I walk out.
Out of the gun is Minshew.
Bow, got him. Oh, bow, got him. Oh, I knew I was going to get him with that move. I knew it. Niggas don't expect that.
It goes for a first down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Throwing on first down is Minshew. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
Yeah, I lagged like I missed that jump.
And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. So we're in halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
Nigga that have a running quarterback. If I have a running quarterback, bro, you know what I do, boy?
You did have a running quarterback.
And I won a Super Bowl with that running
The
quarterback.
Raven offense set at the line for this next
RG3.
drive. And that first half, one to forget really.
That's when I knew I needed to trade RG3 when I wanted to trade Lamar.
Yeah, they're down big right
And I got it with
now.
RG3.
So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down.
I mean, he ran the overtime, the whole overtime, nigga.
Because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that.
And he scored, and I was down by a touchdown when he got in the game.
Tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I don't know what that means, bro. I didn't ask everybody. I asked Tay, I asked Reed. I don't know. That's really gay, bro.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews.
There's no other way like you can put that, boy. I don't know if that's it.
But it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of
okay, I see what you're saying now. Bro.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram.
It's a good what he's trying to do.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something
like me
happen.
thinking
I think
nigga
they
realize
know
about
that. They're going for it.
Be with that nigga, lay with the nigga, you feel me?
Now Jackson. And look at
about to make love to that nigga, boy.
A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They run. It's Mark Ingram.
What that mean, bro?
Quickly in the backfield. Down he goes.
Say, what did that mean, bro?
Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your
bro,
play
it's not like the
sheet
first time niggas been saying some gay stuff in the song, though, bro.
Because this is not working all game long. They continue to try.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Man, what the? You threw it back to yourself, nigga. You, man, that's horrible.
Something double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first.
Bro, I tried to throw it back to get a ball back to Telvin Smith, bro.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Right there.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now Fournette. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down. Fournette. A second pin has fallen. Oh, and now some space to operate. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 42 yards. As his guys continue to pour it on. Well, look, this
42 yards. That ain't feel like no 42 yards.
Fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
I think the next year they got to sign him, bro.
The end zone for a touchback.
The next year they got to sign him, because I didn't even get the option.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth.
Oh,
come on, Snead. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a first and... What remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson now. Got him in. It's Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. Now Jackson on first down. This will be caught by Brown. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a first and 10 at the 13-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Jackson flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are in for 6. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
You go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll run it again with Fournette.
Bro, he's gay, bro.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Look at me, zipper! You got that right there. Jack's 13.
They'll run with Fournette. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Jack 52. Go.
On the run, it's Fournette. 20. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try and run for it with Fournette.
Oh, this nigga done stumbled, man. You a weirdo. Heck.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the hole.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Lambo to add on the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game?
Everett, I mean.
Coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Bofo's the mic. Mike's Bofo. Get that quarterback. And all.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Josh Allen. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
60 outlaw. Protein spill. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Out. Smith.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got
Get up and roll in, nigga.
Into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. He'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They're looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
You heard what he said? Nah, I was just like the same fucking song, pussy. God, what do you think?
Alright, now go to Clayton type. Go to Tribe, right? And go to 1 minute and 24 seconds. He will say like 135.
Maniac.
He said, I spanked him his behind because he was hiding. He could have just said I spanked him. He ain't got to say behind. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they get Ryan.
Yeah, you do. He could have said I spanked him. He could have hiding, nigga was hiding. He could have said it like that. I spanked him so I was hiding. I ain't hiding, nigga was hiding.
What'd he say?
He said I spanked him on his behind. Then he said the other shot. He said, you know they be high shit in the studio, so he probably thought it was cool to say. But other than that, this song pranked though. So many guns.
Are y'all ready for my pop?
Yeah. Fucking oh, bro. Is that supposed to be CD line?
Yeah. That is CD Lamb. You got a problem with CD Lamb?
I just don't see them on the game.
I hate when niggas get freaking mossed, man. That junk is stupid. Let me change that right now. There we go.
How the fuck you do that?
What, change it?
Yeah, the X Factor.
You just change
Not
it.
the X Factor. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the X Factor. changed their position.
You just change it right back.
Yeah.
Sure.
Imagine if all these rookies was really on the same team.
Like who that? That look nothing like him.
I gotta wait to get this nigga X Factor. Oh, superstar.
Who, Kuda?
Nah, McKinney.
What the fuck? Where's Drez at? What the fuck?
Who, McKinney?
Yeah.
Man, he got dreads?
Yeah.
That's
I
not
like the
Earl
little
Thomas.
short chains.
I don't know who that is, cause that ain't Earl Thomas. You know who Jalen Johnson is?
Yeah, why? That is. Bro, who be making these niggas, bro?
That's mad, bro.
Fuck no.
No, they got this nigga right here. They got my man Alvin Kamara looking sweet. Yeah.
Well, he been in the league for how long? Yeah, he looks sweet with the cap on. Philip Lindsay.
Alright, I'm done with that. Let me hop on the 2K.